Warning, this video is intended for audience who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online. William, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, I really liked May's character in this episode, right? She
worry.
had an important ally that she was friends with, but then in this, she just decided to withdraw or abandon them and let her deal with her own problem. She was like, I've been here long enough. I don't think I need to be involved anymore. I'll let you guys deal with this, and I'll go do I'll leave it to your guys' now. That's your guys' problem. Fighting a story is, you probably die in the street. That's your problem. I'm just gonna go back to my safe building across the sea. Some would say. For where you guys are.
There's definitely a task for me to do. I still have not yet said what that task is, but apparently it was transcribing someone's written fucking paper down into visual form.
I don't even think it's a story. You want to know what I think it is? Because the way it's shown, it's it looks like she's creating a forum saying, "Hey guys,
it's like the fucking scene from the Digimon movie."
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's like, send me your thoughts and prayers. Send me your thoughts and prayers.
No. What it is it's May is just uploading. She's doing a guerrilla marketing thing, and she's releasing it like this Game of Thrones final episodes. She's putting that shit out on DeviantArt just to make sure that everybody gets it. Before the fucking author croaks. Hey, God damn it, George R. Martin. Eat a salad, because you're about to die before you make a fucking book again.
Okay, look, on George R. R. Martin, just like Toma, I mean, they're both dead at this point, okay? They're never gonna finish their books, okay?
Listen, William, you're going on too much of a tangent about George R. R. Martin. We gotta focus. Okay? Mission accomplished. You accomplished your mission. We gotta get back to the focus, right?
Yeah.
We need to pull out of what you're doing and focus on this. We can let whatever disaster happen after you pull out, but we need to focus on what we were doing.
Oh my god, Jesus!
It's your problem now.
Why
May
is
no
it
longer wants to be involved with the main. May no longer wants to be involved with the swordsman and their problem. He's like, I was here for almost 20 years, 20 episodes, same analogy, right? A good decade or so with these characters. Like, ooh boy, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna get myself out of this plot.
God, I don't know what's going on with the story anymore, man. I guess.
Hey, welcome to the club.
Yeah, it's just. It's
boy,
frustrating.
This episode was really fucking funny.
I'm gonna save this for the series review, but I'm trying to. I'm saying this now to try and keep myself to hold myself to this gamble. I want to go back. I'm gonna try and in the 2 weeks or something before we before the show is over, and try and categorize all of the various components and MacGuffins that keep getting brought up, because there's so many things, so many terms that keep getting brought up between the Tome of Omniscience, the big book table of contents, and the whatever the third thing is. It's just so many things are getting thrown around all over the place, and it's hard to keep track of which one is supposed to be what. And then there's Wonder World and all of that stuff. Then there's the Wonder Story. There's so many fucking things. It's all of these points are coming to a head, and it's great, we're coming to a conclusion. But it still doesn't make sense. Because there are so many disparate parts that have been brought up. And so you go, okay, I mean, I guess, but fuck. It's just so goddamn all over the place.
I mean, that's the problem with the series in general, because it's just it's just they have so many threads, but they don't ever even. It doesn't seem like they ever really plan on tying up a lot of them, right? It's in the beginning, it was a completely different show,
they keep
and then
introducing too many elements to the show.
No, that's exactly the problem with this fucking show.
Just wait for the spin-off media where they'll tie up loose threads.
Oh my god, it's so frustrating.
Here's the thing.
You need that to tie up any loose ends. It's so fucking.
Here's
dumb.
the thing, right? Well, okay, so. Before we started doing the Ghost X Saber stuff, I didn't realize that this was the same director as Ghost. which like says so much about like it recontextualizes so much about how this fucking show started. Hey, remember when Toma kicked a fire hydrant? Like that's something that's
wow, I forgot he did that just to get up into the world or whatever, right?
Yeah. So no, it was like to save May or some shit. I don't know. My point is just like I'm seeing Kento in a very like oh god, what's his name? Like Kento, the fact that Kento is at this point without a single fucking like upgrade form is like I'm definitely seeing him in like the Spectre role, where it's just like, yeah, so you're gonna get like a side movie with like you're gonna get a bunch of random shit that like powers you up. Sure, but like why? Like why are you doing this to us?
In analogy to that, William, Spectre was the best character of Ghost, by the way. I just want to...
No, he saw Spectre. He was the blue boy.
Spectre, Necrom.
I'm talking about Spectre, who was not the best boy.
Oh yeah, Spectre.
I'm talking about how Spectre got his final form in the random movie with the bald man.
Yeah, just like how Necrom also got his final form in.
But I'm just saying like how Kento is at this point where it's like he's finishing the like series with basically like, okay, your final form is being a complete Kamen Rider, I guess. Like, okay, you've got all your powers together, I guess.
And look, he got his daddy issue solved. I guess that's it.
Did he though? Did he? Did
you're
he?
right. His dad's spirit did not visit him when he was dying.
Yeah, yeah, his dad decided to help the God damn it. Oh, I don't even have a term for it. Like, I was gonna say sister wife, but it's like they're both brother husbands to Sophia, I guess. Like, whatever's going on there.
I don't know. I mean, again, it's just like, at least in terms of that, like, I don't like keep having to keep bringing this back up. But, well, I mean, the closest example I can think of, it felt like a Naruto situation. Do you remember how they always did I mean, this wasn't making a parallel, but it felt similar in the intention in that, like, you know how, there's like what were they called? The 3 Sanin or something like that, right?
Yeah. Jiraiya and Tsunade and Orochimaru.
Yeah, and then you get Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura to be the reflection of that, right?
Yeah. I
mean, the thing is, what they're trying to imply there is that they were like really close friends or something. Even though
God, I have so much to talk about Kento and fucking Toma's fucking friendship.
Oh my God! Oh
it's
Jesus!
So fucking bad.
Okay, all right. So I know that the last... Oh, God damn it. Oh, no.
Tariq is having a...
having an episode. I know that the last title was, like, why did you have to say Kingdom Hearts? But why did you have to say the 3 Sanin?
Yeah, it's just...
Oh, God, it's so accurate! Why are these things so accurate?
I'm watching this series, and it feels like the director or writer, whoever's mainly responsible for this, is basically saw all this shonen, and then basically used that as an inspiration, but it's so closely tied to, like what he wants, but it's, like, distracting him from what he needs to do for the story itself. You know, at least that's how I interpret that myself. Again, we really shouldn't save this for like the series review, but it's just a point I feel like that needs to be made.
We can. Hey, listen. We need to focus. We're not gonna get on tangents anymore. We're gonna focus on this. We're not gonna deal with the fucking 3 Sanin stuff. But oh my God! You're so right, and I wish you weren't. Hey. You know what?
Yeah.
May is still a better character than Sakura.
I am in agreement with you there, at the very least, okay?
Hey!
Yeah?
Shivi, come fight me.
Jesus.
God. Oh my God. Okay, so I guess in terms of talking about the episode, how do you feel about the supposed deaths of this show? Do they have any impact?
But there were no true supposed deaths.
Hold on.
About our weekly unnamed discussion series about Kamen Rider Saber. A weekly discussion series where Austin, a person for years ago on tokusatsu and Segway, and every by my friend William, that's you, a person with no knowledge of the Naruto universe.
Joined by
a good friend Tariq. as we discuss the latest Kamen Rider season, Kamen Rider Saber. Hey, this is episode 46. Farewell, my hero.
My Hero Academia? Oh no, it's My Villain Academia now.
Oh, is that what it is? I don't know what's going
Finally,
on.
no. Look, they're fine. I won't go on a tangent because we're not going on tangents anymore. But hey, My Hero Academia did the wildest fucking thing with the anime I could possibly see.
Isn't Deku like a vigilante now or some shit?
No, that's the manga. That's the manga.
Oh, that's
the
manga.
anime.
Oh, okay.
The anime decided to do some fucking anachronistic, shit. Where it was like, hey, I know that this thing happened in this order in the manga, but we're gonna take a second and just skip that and then come back to it later.
That's weird.
And it's like they're choosing to skip the part where the villains go all ham, and they were just like, hey, we're just gonna skip to this part like after that, and then we'll go back to that later.
Wait, that's not a Promised Neverland situation, is it?
No, it's more of an attack on.
No, the problem was just skip everything.
No. It's the difference. It's more of an attack on. It's like the opposite of Attack on Titan, where Attack on Titan the manga kept jumping back and forth between flashbacks and like present day, and then the anime just went, hey, we're just gonna have all of it, like all of the like build up be in the beginning, and then we'll show it, and then we'll like let everything go in like a chronological order. But then like rather than like jumping back and forth between like oh hey, something's happening, but also hey, remember this thing? Hey, here something's happening, but also remember how this thing happened? And then My Hero was like, hey, so in the manga it was like, here's one thing, here's another thing. We're gonna take a long period of time to go focus on like the villains doing their thing for a while. And then in the anime they went, hey, so anyway, something happened 9 days ago. We're not gonna talk about that right now. We'll get back to that later. It's fine. Anyway, here's like 8 episodes of other shit happening. And then like they just recently announced like, yeah, anyway, now we're getting back to the villain stuff. And I went,
what?
Cool, fuck you, whatever.
Alright.
Anyway, My Hero Academia is a great show, but also, god damn it.
So,
okay, yeah, but
I just had this random
anyway, Tomo's running around in his stupid-ass polka dot outfit. Hey.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Polka dot saves the world.
Is that his official suit, like, costume now? Is that really his official costume now?
It's, at this point, hey, listen.
He has so many outfits throughout the entire series.
Yeah, I know. Like,
I feel like I wake up every day going, if I'm going to die today, right? Especially the last year and a half, right? Between the police and a virus, I went, okay, if I'm going to be found dead, I at least want to present something of a redeemable corpse. This is not how I want to be found dead, in a fucking polka dot button-up. Like, with everything just being flappy and, like, big-ass bell-bottom, like, pants. Like, Jesus Christ, Toma, have some respect for yourself.
Look. He has all that money, but he didn't have that money to buy fashionable clothes. He just
no,
bought...
I'm pretty sure he just has a lack of fashion sense, honestly.
Yeah.
That's what...
To be fair, May is his editor. She's the only other person that, like, is there to critique him. And let's be real.
Toma doesn't have friends because one of his friends disappeared after 15 years.
No, two of his friends disappeared.
Yeah, 2 of his friends disappeared 15 years ago, and when he met one of them again, she was a small child who has no understanding of the modern world.
Yeah, and then the other one died pretty quickly afterwards. Died, in quotes. But also, as I say that, I'm looking at, like, the point where Luna is just living on the streets.
You mean like how she's just laying face down?
She spends like a considerable amount of this episode just like, I'm gonna sleep. This is where I die.
She's like half the episode on the street floor. On the street.
Look, she needs to hold on to herself now, alright? No one's left. All of her friends left her. Her allies, some would say, left her. She needs to govern herself, some would say.
Oh boy. Yeah. But May actually does have some, like, May actually dresses herself fine.
No, yeah, she's fine.
Like in a reasonable sense.
Yeah.
She's pretty back and forth between like being a fucking goddamn insane person and like just looking like a normal person, like a fashionable person. But like,
I mean, totally, they're like the only characters in the show that dresses. Like everyone else only wears uniform.
Yeah.
Well, they're the only
Right?
two
No one
humans,
changes
I guess,
clothing
at this
except
point.
for Kento, who for a brief period decided to wear a potato bag
he had
he
the
found.
burlap sack.
Him and his burlap sack turtleneck.
Like outside. I'm pretty sure outside of Toma and
Oh
Meg,
yeah, no one
Kento's the
has
only
changed their
character.
outfit.
I mean,
Literally,
like
no
Yuri
one
had that bit where he was messing around with clothes.
where he became a woman.
Yeah, like other than that, everyone else just wears. I mean, hold on. I think Rika wore a black outfit before.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay,
she
she
was
wore
like-
a black outfit to begin with,
But
and then
she-
she switched to the red, like, northern base outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
But,
she was
like,
all acting like a
that's
spy
not
and
the
stuff.
same thing. That's really
Yeah.
not the same thing.
I mean, that was more like to kind of reflect how, like, what she seems to,
Oh,
like, the
hey,
audience,
remember
so.
remember when I said that she was, like, the Black Widow character? And now it's, like,
Yeah.
that's honestly, I feel like that's an insult. I feel like that's an insult to Black Widow. Because
Yeah, that's fair.
she is not that. Like,
oh, hold on.
she-
Which Black Widow now?
Oh my god. You motherfucker. Oh my god. Fuck. I mean,
I would say all. I'm gonna say all.
all of them.
Because none of them had brother cons.
Yeah, honestly. Thank
Like,
you.
honestly, like, none of them were as, like, what got that. Like, Black Widow is the opposite of Reika, where it's like, Black Widow is a slow burn, where eventually, like, she started off, like, as this, like, one-off character, and then she, like, slowly became her own person, like this fully realized character. Mind you, this is not, like, the fault of the Black Widow character or Scarlett Johansson. This is the fault of writers, clearly.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
like, Reika is the exact opposite of a fast burn of, like, oh shit, this character, ooh, what's going on with them? And then it's like, by the end of it, it's like, just fuck your brother already. I don't know, man. Like, do whatever you're gonna do. Like, move to Alabama. I don't know, man. Like, fuck it. Like,
you next thing you know, like in the next episode, they're all alive and well, and it turns out they're not blood related at all, and then they just get
oh yeah, hey, I can't believe my little Kamen Rider sister is that cute.
But I hate, like, it's like because at this point, like, none of the characters are really developed, and even some of the ones that should have some development don't get the development they need.
Look, it's almost as if the development is so bad that you have to force development in a separate series for your character.
No, but even for those who do get the separate series, a lot of them aren't going to get that, you know?
Yeah.
Which is so fucking
boy.
frustrating, because it's like...
Boy, I can't wait to see what the V Cinema lineup for this series is going to. Because that's the thing, with every Kamen Rider series gets a V Cinema after they premiere, right?
Oh, wait, can I get an explanation what V Cinema stands for? Like, I don't know what that exactly means. Is it just like...
It's just,
like,
I don't know
like
what it means. It's like a slang term for like an OVA movie, basically.
Hey, let's we can
It's
look
like
this
it's pretty
up.
much like a direct to DVD movie. Right,
Oh,
that's it.
okay. So that's just what they call it over there in Japan.
Yeah,
then.
I think that's what they call these. It's just pretty much direct to DVD. It's the basic equivalent.
Okay, so...
right?
Yeah,
like that's the thing.
yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Looking,
Yeah, right. But that's the thing about color. It's like everyone, like after a series finish, they'll get a V Cinema no matter what, right? It's in their contract and all that shit. But the problem is with Saber, right? There's too many fucking characters. I don't know who to. I do not know who's gonna get a V
wait,
Cinema.
let me just take a second. So apparently, V Cinema is like an exclusively trademarked term for Toei.
Oh really?
Yeah, but it's like it's basically just direct to video release.
Yeah.
It could be like there's a number of different. It's like how like Sony took over Blu-ray before people were able to like pick up on it. Like they just bought the fucking term Blu-ray. Like it's a general thing, but like they somehow got the rights to that shit, and I don't. It's kind of crazy to me that that's a thing.
But yeah, boy,
so that's
there's too many characters. Once again, too many
But
characters.
yeah.
Hey, Luna's in the street. All right. So,
yeah. You know, she's
Tomo's
just laying there.
Yeah.
Hey, Listen. As someone who has accidentally fallen accidentally, I've never slept on the street.
Okay.
No.
That's. I at least have the decency to move to a sidewalk. And it's also never been my fault. Also, hey, alcohol's a hell of a drug. But like.
Yeah.
It was a bad night. I had a friend be in a very bad place, but like, that was not like. I don't know how you just. I've never laid down in a street where cars go. Like, I've laid down on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I've never put. I don't know that I've ever put my bare face and arms and shit. Also, she's wearing the sheerest fucking like.
The dress,
like,
white outfit,
like nightie. She's wearing like a fucking nightgown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have no idea. I mean, it's just like
look at how lace it is. It's so thin.
I know.
It's clearly like a nightgown sort of shit.
They don't have time to give her own outfit. All right, Toma's costume budget.
Yeah, it seems everyone else's.
Wait, do you think Toma and like and May's like costume budget just like they just took it from every other actor?
Yeah, they took it from every other character. Why?
Yeah,
Why? That's why That's why when they had to dress Kento for him to come back, like, what do we do?
hey, we've been hold on. We've been in this pandemic for a while. We've been feeding all the actors nothing but potatoes. What do we have to like clothe Kento? Hey, I have this sack from all the potatoes. Here you go.
Honestly,
just cut some holes into it. One for his hand and one for his and two holes for his arm.
God.
Oh, dude.
Anyway, so I guess going back to the episode before we go off on any more tangents, right?
We didn't go on any tangents. We would never do that.
Yeah, exactly. But like, don't you just love how like Storius, yes? Yeah, Storius.
Yeah.
Storius and Toma.
Yeah, I'm really glad you remembered the villain's final name in the last.
Yeah, Kamen Rider Storius. Look, it's totally not your fault at this point, honestly.
He barely shows up anyway. So like, fucking I'm just astonished at the fact that like they finally bring some form of character to Storius, right? Just like at the end of things, just so that they can explain his fucking ideology at the fucking final end of the goddamn series.
Well, I mean, how else are you supposed to learn about the villain's motive? All right,
yeah, but that's
the most optimal time to learn it at the end of the series.
Yeah,
why should you establish your villain at the beginning of a series?
Like,
that would be stupid.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I like the conflict of ideology presented here, right? But the fact is, it's coming so late. Like, at the basically penultimate episode, I'm like, why here? Like, there should have been a thing beforehand, right? Like,
okay.
Because they're the
to
three
be fair,
big bads at the beginning.
To be fair, hold on. To be fair,
yeah,
it had been brought up that like Storius was like the poet of the group of like the original like 5.
Yeah,
like it had been brought up.
But that was like during Victor's Tale,
and also his name is fucking Storius.
No, yeah, sure, but there was Legio and Zuos, and they were supposed to represent the three different books.
Yeah, but my, I guess,
yeah,
it really is like a save for last minute thing of like, hey, I found out that there's no free will, so I got pissed off and decided to like fuck up the world. And this is showing up in the last like 3 episodes, and it's like, okay, well, you're not the best written villain in any sense of the word. Like, how did this happen? How was this allowed to happen? How was nobody in the writing room going like, hey, so why is he doing this? And they were like, shh.
Yeah,
you'll find out. And then it was like, COVID and the Olympics happened, and they were like, okay, but like we're still producing the show. How is this happening? He's like, oh fuck, yeah. So poetry. He found out that his poetry was bad. Right, that's what it was. And it was
are you saying that he got rejected from an art school and then went on this crusade?
Oh my god, Austin, you motherfucker! It processed in my head. Oh my god, why would you do that?
Listen, people get rejected from art schools all the time.
Oh my god. But
yeah,
it's just like the idea again. The ideology is fucking interesting, right? And the fact that like, oh yeah, it's like I'm just like. All my work was already in another book, so what's the fucking point? And then you get Tomo, who's
he should have learned the copyright. Yeah. I think that was story. He didn't know about the copyright process. If he had copyrighted his stories beforehand, and then he found his story in another book, he could hey, I'm gonna contact my lawyer. You can't do this. You owe me royalties, all right? That is what. It's the problem is that back then they didn't have lawyers, all right? That was the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Only he figured that out.
Had a lawyer, had a good lawyer who was like, let's say, sort of like the highest paying actor in the world, right? And he found out his contract was breached, right? He's like, I don't like that. I'm gonna hire a lawyer that can go against a powerful who's screwing me over, right? That's what stories should have done. Just hire a good lawyer.
Yeah, I mean,
the other thing that I would say is, you know what? No, I'm. You know what? We're good with the hire a good lawyer. We're gonna leave it at that.
So
there's a thing about a Pirate Man that I could make, but I'm not going to bring up Pirate Man right now. Pirate Man has his own. He can fight his own battles at this point. He's got Pirate Man money.
I mean, he can do what he wants. My thing though is like
that's how. Yeah, that's what Amber Heard alleged.
Sorry, I gotta get that laugh out of my system real quick.
Yeah, that was a pretty dark one.
Yeah, holy shit.
I just want characters to die. There's so much.
Yeah. Boy. Okay.
Before that, please. I want to just finish making my point.
Finish your train of thought before we go to talk about.
Please, because I do want to talk about it as well. But my thing is like, along with Stories' ideology, even though it's fucking late. It's fucking Toma that actually kind of pisses me off the fucking most, right? But he's always like, oh yeah, stories are are important stuff, and I get it, right?
Yeah.
But then it's just like,
no bad books.
But this is like the first time I've heard like Toma kind of acknowledge like even if everything is predetermined, the moments still matter. I'm like, where was this before, right? Because it's always a matter of like how he's like deciding how the story is gonna finish and how stories bring like happiness to people, but it's just kind of like where we barely get any of Tomo's ideology except maybe like 3 times, I think, and now it's kind of coming to the forefront, and it's like I wish that we had more like conflict between these two characters, because the ideologies between these two is actually kind of fucking interesting, but all we get is like a 3 fucking minute blurb and that's it. It's fucking annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just
I think you're right. I mean, and again, it's unfortunate for this being like your first foray into the Kamen Rider ethos, but it's like there's a lot of times it's not even that there is more history between two characters, but it's like they will start interacting more with each other earlier on. But honestly, stories, like, a lot of things have been solely, like, you could solely divide the series between fights and talking on a rooftop. And that's it.
Yeah, honestly.
And that's, like, but, like, there really hasn't been that much fucking, like, interaction between Toma and Stories. Like, alone.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
I don't think they've
there's
ever
been
really
there's been no Darth Vader trying to coax him to the dark side, sort of thing, trying to make him see his like point of view. There's been no like back and forth like Zuko and Aang, where it's like, oh, they're two sides of a coin sort of thing.
Right.
They are not like evenly shown with like they are not evenly portrayed between each other. But they're trying to make it like the impact just falls flat at this point, where it's like, okay, I get it. You've got all this stuff going on. Why do I care about this? Like, why? Yeah,
it's just that there's no proper build-up, and the payoff is just runs flat, and it's just like, who gives a shit? Also, that does, and in relation to that, that's also an important thing with the supposed character deaths that are happening here, right?
But but the thing is, also, there aren't there have been literally, other than the villains, there have been no character deaths. So I was trying to think about this with it, because it was like, I thought about last episode where it was like, it seemed like Tetsuo was about to die. Fucking Slash was about to die. And then they went, no, his fingers are still twitching. And I went, I mean, that's fine, but like, you haven't killed a single character. And you don't have to kill a character to make like a good story, but there needs to be consequences. And we have had no consequences to anybody doing anything. Fucking, I thought Buster would be the first one to go when, like, the stone, like, Megiddo, the Medusa Megiddo, like, petrified him. Nope. I thought maybe, like, okay, Kenzon fucking Ren and, like, Disaster thing would end, like, a
guys, I'm gonna BRB real quick, you keep talking, okay?
Okay, fine. I thought Ren's shit would end with Disaster and, like, a fucking Romeo and Juliet shit. But instead, it's just been, no. All the good guys live. I thought we'd have, like, when they started, like, making the Megiddo out of people, like, they would fail, and, like, one of the Megiddo would be, like, okay, we couldn't save somebody. But they've succeeded every single time, and people have never died. It's really weird that it's just, like, this, for as heavy as they're trying to make it, it's really has no fucking consequence.
Yeah, the fact that, like, literally the only characters dies are the villain, like, no character. Because he presented us as, like, this big war, this big battle between us, like, ooh. It's just, I was like, at some point, you gotta figure out, this thing is bad, it's already pretty one-sided right now, right? It's like, let's look at the score, let's look at the points, right? It's like, okay, let's see. Let's see, good guys lost, 0. Bad guy lost. Yeah. That's too many digits. I'm not gonna write that number down.
Are we talking about the consequences of this still?
Hey, like, in comparison, right? Every single Yu-Gi-Oh character, let's be even more, like, fucking, like, condescending. Ash Ketchum has had more losses than fucking Toma and his crew. Like, Ash Ketchum has lost more, Satoshi, whatever the fuck his goddamn last name is in Japanese, like, has lost more Pokemon battles than Toma and his crew has. Like, that's pretty fucking bad.
Like, I mean, again, it's just, like, it feels a lot like a shonen where it's just, like, you know, the characters are fighting the evil big bad or whatever, but then friendship kind of overcomes things, which is kind of how it goes here. Because Toma's literally a shonen MC at this point, you know?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a shonen, but at least when it's shonen, there's still consequences and everything. Like even though friendship...
Naruto killed off Neji. Naruto killed off Neji and killed off Itachi and killed off... Like... fucking Obito had, like, this tragic shit. Like, there's a lot of things that, like, can happen in a fucking shonen. Characters... Fucking Ace died in fucking One Piece, of all things. Like, we don't all have to operate on this fucking Dragon Ball Z fucking, like, logic of just, like, hey, listen, if they die once, they're gonna come back. Don't worry. Hey, nothing really matters.
I mean, even then, there were still consequences within Dragon Ball, even though they kind of don't, like, rewrite things later on. It was still something that kept you engaged because there was there were still stakes and people things did happen, even though you're probably gonna think things will probably be all right at the end. You still want to know how we get there and the characters they still struggled, right? And here it's kind of like with Toma and everything. It just seems like he'll just get the next power up and then it would be fine, right? And even with, like. And I was really hoping something would happen here, but during the arc when he had the and I don't recall the name of it exactly, but you know the Beast book, right?
Oh, Primitive Dragon.
Yeah, Primitive Dragon, right? Like that, like with the way that the book kind of fucked with him, right? And it felt like he was it literally felt like he was just going to end up killing May at some point because again, May, it feels like it would have been a natural consequence of May insisting on joining Toma through every adventure that he has, where she would either die or get injured, but by the end of it, then they use that for Caliber, and then Kento kind of comes back, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's just like you have the potential to kind of get you worried about a character and show the consequences of, like, especially for Toma. Like, Toma could have, like, learned a lesson here or something, right?
Yeah, that didn't happen.
And May too, but none of that happened, and then just everything's kind of fine and dandy or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but don't worry. May's gotta go write her blog update on her MySpace.
Yeah,
actually,
hey, DeviantArt, hey, guerrilla marketing, hey, here's this here's this unpublished manuscript that I have access to. Don't ask questions. Here it goes.
Hey, but don't worry, May's a good person. She let a girl who's obviously in distress and injured go off by herself, right?
Yeah,
hey. She can deal with herself.
Yeah, oh god, yeah, I forgot. She just kind of runs up and then she runs off in the opposite direction. I just can't get over this. This is just so fucking funny how she just said, like, Luna is gravely injured, right? Yeah.
And she just let her walk off. Like,
and she says that, Wonderworld is affecting her too. Like, she knows that, like, Luna is fucking dying or whatever, right? And then it's just like she watches her limp away.
That's and then like I said. Hey, look, she said, look, it's her problem now. She didn't govern herself, all right? Luna should have governed herself. She had all the time.
It's your problem now.
God,
yeah.
It's a fucking wonder, honestly. But, yeah, I mean, I guess she goes off and decides to write on her forum on DeviantArt, right? While, While I believe
I'm really glad. I still don't know. There's no time. I don't know what. It's clear it's like the middle of the day, and like if she goes to her office, there's no one there. It's like the funniest thing ever. So I have to assume it's like a Sunday or some shit, right? Just taking.
No, everybody's being good people in Japan, and they're going.
Oh, that's right.
COVID.
That's right. That's for that state of emergency once again.
Are they in a state of emergency again?
Oh, they're always.
Hey, listen. Hey, here's. Let me. You know, I'm gonna give you all a preview of a meme I'm building on my own side, I'm just gonna give you. I'm gonna start this up now, and just gonna keep going this on. But let me tell you, there's a lot of reasons why they're still in this goddamn state of emergency, and they'll never fucking end it. But yeah.
Okay, so where were we in terms of...
Oh, hey, by the way, I totally forgot what the fuck I was going to say about my fucking goddamn awful life. Hey, guess where I just was recently?
Oh, where were you?
Atlanta, again.
Ooh, close, but worse.
Worse than it... Oh, okay. And you know what?
Florida.
Somewhere where they need to govern themselves.
Oh, Texas.
Ooh, you're getting warmer.
You're not talking about like what do you call it? Florida or something? I don't know.
Welcome to Orlando, Florida, where I did some shit. Oh yeah. Ooh, people are stupid. They think their DNA's gonna get changed. Anyway.
Oh, really? Okay.
No.
I want to hear this actually. What happened?
Oh, no. I mean, hey, look, my boss took a lift, and maybe somebody thought that, like his Lyft driver thought that, like, his DNA would get changed if he took a vaccine. But, you know, that's, whatever, you know, people are stupid, you know, people don't know what the fuck they're doing. Anyway, I'm just, showing you different versions of, hey, can you guess, what the title name for this, Gundam mobile suit is?
What is it?
Well, it doesn't help that you click on the image it brings up the file.
Oh, it doesn't? I was just trying to hit save image.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
it brings up the fucking file.
That's just
I never
okay. Well, dude, okay. Hey, say it. Say what it is.
Delta Plus.
Yeah, hey, what's the...
Okay?
Hey, it goes Delta Plus? Hey, here's the Delta Chi! Oh boy, we're just going all full in!
Oh my god, oh my god, what is going on with this?
So this episode does it. So one of the best things when Toma keeps having his flashback to his childhood with Kento and Luna, and I just want to bring this up again. I am certain that Kento and Toma only knew Luna for one day, based on how they presented the narrative.
No, it's not even a day. You want to know how the max days I think
it really felt like it was like one day.
I want to say it was 3, honestly.
I don't think it doesn't. It made it look like the way that the series is representing the friendship between Toma, Kento, and so it's obviously that Toma and Kento were friends beforehand, probably from preschool or some shit. I don't fucking know. But then one day Luna just showed up out of nowhere, like, "Hey, yo, checking out my magic book." And they're like, "Cool,
Hey,
Luna."
look, I'm a little kid. I've got a book.
And then 5 minutes later, wormhole. What's this? I'll rip into fabric of time. It's almost as if someone had a dimension-cutting sword was nearby.
It's
almost like someone's father with a dimension-cutting sword was nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right?
So once again, the friendship of like Toma and Kento, I can believe their friendship, but fucking Luna, it still honestly makes no sense to me within this series.
It helps with the fact that like Kento and Toma's like friendship is constantly shown throughout the show, right? Because you get to see a little like
Is it though?
I mean, there's more scenes of Toma and Kento being friends, right? Of them hanging out. But nearly every single time we see Toma, Kento, and Luna, it's the same footage every single time.
Yeah,
it really is.
I mean,
I have to believe that they only been friends for like one day, and that's it.
I mean,
hey, but don't worry.
Yeah, honestly.
But don't worry. But don't worry. Thomas said, "Don't worry. Even that one day was a lifetime for him."
The only reason I say it's more than one day is because I mean, at most maybe 2, right? And the only reason
they know each other for like 2 days max, if anything.
Because the thing is, I remember Thomas saying, "Oh yeah, we were friends," and then I believe Luna comes back and says, Toma and Luna get into a fight about how a story went, right? And then they're just angry, but then but they always had this promise to come back. So I'm assuming by the next day he comes back, and then the disaster happens, right?
It really kind of seemed. To be fair, the way that they kind of like talked about it, it did not seem like it was over multiple days. It seemed like it was, oops, hey, here's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say it's like maybe 3 days max at the very least,
Their friends were very bad.
Or most. Yeah, but it's we're told it was meaningful, but we're not shown it. That's again, it's kind of a problem with the show too, where it's just like
it's almost like they're dealing with a visual media source, and they went, "Hey, we're gonna tell you and not show you," which is not in any way completely antithetical to like this visual media source.
I realized the reason why. I just realized it. Why they kept showing the same footage of Luna every single time. Because aren't they filmed that footage? Because imagine, with TV production or any production, you film in advance before everything.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm 100% for sure they filmed all those scenes with Luna before there was a state of emergency declared.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
So when I was at the film news, they were like, we cannot get this child actress on set.
Yeah, we can't show any different context for this. Yeah. We do not have any other way to show context.
So they had to I honestly think that's the reason why we kept seeing the same footage of them. Because I'm pretty sure these scenes were filmed pre-5th, 4th state of emergency for Japan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, I think that's way more funnier now. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So let's cut out all these tangents. There's too many tangents, okay? Listen. May's on the talking to goddamn Luna on the floor. She's dealing with her goddamn wedding dress being run over on the street.
I'm surprised it's kept clean too. I looked up in literacy and it's like there's not a
scuff marks anywhere.
Yeah, honestly.
But anyway, busted up Toma is like, "I'm gonna fight you, Storius," and May is like, "I'm gonna put this up on my blog, Toma."
Yeah.
And none of it really is all that important.
It's basically juxtaposition events, right? It's the funniest thing.
Basically,
typing on a computer, and Toma's actually in a life or death fight right now. With swords.
He's the most he's almost the most bloodied and beaten he's been. Other than that, one time before, with the twins, with him and Yuri, where he got fucking laid out. He's pretty fucked up.
Honestly, yeah.
But he's like, "Hey, I love books. Books are life. Read, motherfucker. Read a book, motherfucker. Read a book." And so, Storius has the greatest line of just, hey, nothing you make is original, which, hey, shout out to DeviantArt, nothing you make is original.
Oh my god.
Rest in peace, Tumblr.
Can you imagine if DeviantArt artists like heard you say that? You think there'd be a war against you?
Fight me.
No,
Come fight me. Come fight me.
Who's been on DeviantArt? It's true. All right.
Are you DeviantArt's like Storius?
Come fight me. Hold on. Wait. I don't have time to go back into my files about this one DeviantArt person that I found when like 6 years ago. But boy, hey, come fight me, Mega Gundam 777 or whatever the fuck your name is. Oh boy. Ooh, you're cringe shit. Ooh, give me that cringe. Ooh, yeah, fight me, you little bitch. Oh yeah. Come at me, bitch.
Is it Mega Gundam 77? Oh, okay, no, I think I found it. I'm not gonna say the whole thing just in case, but
that was way too fast.
So anyway,
all I have to do is type in
the
Mega
fight.
Gundam. Yeah.
Hey, so what the guy do at Priest is Toma actually using all the swords, right?
Hey, yeah, he actually did the thing.
Yeah, he did. He did Omni Slash version 6. So
yeah,
that's
Omni
cool.
Slash. Okay. I mean, that's not
cool.
inaccurate.
He gets everyone's sword, right? Because he
Uh-huh.
can do that for whatever the fuck reason. Right, because they're like, we got these props. Might as well make the most of these props.
You know what annoys me about that though, Austin, is the fact that we get like he's using like the swords and it's kind of representing like, oh, you know how he has these bonds to these people and they're helping him fight, like they're fighting alongside him, right? Even though really he only has a real bond between with two of them and everyone else
except for two of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I am still convinced that Toma has not had a conversation with Ryoga at any point within the series, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
like outside
honestly.
of like a fight quote, right?
Uh-huh.
They have not had like a real actual conversation, which is the funniest thing.
Honestly,
but don't worry,
true.
but don't worry, he has the power of King Crimson now, so it's fine.
Yeah,
but like
what does it do though?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that meme back, but. My thing is like, well, again, he has a very lack of bonds with a lot of these characters, except for like maybe Rintaro, Kento, and Yuri, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 3 characters really. But my thing is just like, this is just a me thing. I don't know if you guys were annoyed by this too. I was just kind of annoyed with it. But during the fight when he's fighting Storius, when after he transforms and stuff, right? They lock swords, and then he's like, "Oh no, I'm gonna save the world!" And then he shoots his sword up into the big old sword that I guess is causing the thing, and then he decides to stop it there. But I'm like, if it's out in the middle of the open, what was to stop you from throwing the sword earlier at the fucking?
I don't really get what's going on with the big ass sword at all.
No, again, it's like with that, there's like no explanation. And in this sense, it's like it's kind of funny how this is kind of the opposite problem, or where it's like we visually see it, we know it. I guess we know it's doing something, but we're not told what it does, and so we're confused as to how if it has a function or not. And apparently, the giant sword does. So I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
for the first time ever.
Yeah.
But also, can we talk about the fact that so Yuri decides to show up and clean up the mess from everybody.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, okay, I'm just gonna show up and heal you. But it's like he's clearly burning through his life force.
Yeah, because he's just fucking exhausted and he's just healing everyone using his own power and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about him, to be honest. Everyone, I would be him. I would be worried about.
Yeah, I would too because he's the best boy.
Yeah.
Hey, look, don't worry. If anyone can solve this series problem, it's Yuri. All right.
Honestly,
if anyone can pull a complete explanation of why we're here, why are we still alive just to die? It's Yuri.
I mean, to be fair, he probably would know the answer since he was probably meditating for a couple thousand years. So
yeah.
He probably knows the answer.
But don't worry,
everything.
Toma gets 300, so it's fine. That's the best part.
Yeah, he just gets kicked. He just gets kicked into a goddamn sewer main.
Yeah,
Like-
and I guess we're supposed to think he dies, but then
Well, who the fuck? Real quick, who the fuck would design a building like that? Jesus, from an architectural standpoint, this is a bad idea.
I mean, it's
Right, can you just imagine-
What do you mean?
but
You don't wanna-
Austin.
You don't.
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't want to have a giant almost, I guess, mall building. Like, what is this building? Let's be real, right?
Let me
Like-
tell you the reason why it's designed like that. Because remember,
Uh-huh.
because the thing is, Storius made this building, and just like his poetry, his architectural skills is just bad. Okay, that's
Uh-huh.
it's in character, guys. It makes sense.
Oh.
That's why the hole is in there.
Hey, Austin, you saw like Luna just stumbling over to like Toma. You know this is the same fucking like random cave that like Toei has rights to, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Like it's the
worst part,
same.
they didn't even brought the actress to the cave, which is the best.
Yeah,
part.
they showed a green. She walked to the green screen of it.
Oh wait,
Like-
that wasn't like just a made-up picture or something in the background.
No,
That
No,
they
that's
have
actual
used
location?
this cave has been used so many fucking times.
in all of their media, they have the rights to this cave, right? Because we think of how Toei just has like a bunch of filming lots
Right,
that,
yeah,
they
mhm.
own, right? Right, because they're in production. Like, yeah, this cave is as a cave that they in order for here's a better. It's the cave where in Kira Major, where where Takemichi found the gemstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's.
Also, I'm pretty sure this also is the cave where Isaac died as well.
Oh,
But anyway, it
there's
doesn't
just
matter.
my God.
There's just this weird fucking like
Oh my God.
geometrical cave that like they have rights to. That's like sort of like constructed, but also sort of not. But anyway, like all of this shit is just like so phoned in. Like, oh, cool. The books are out of control. Oh, they're vibrating in our fucking belts. Sure. Why? I don't. What? Okay. Okay, I guess.
It's just to artificially create a stake in the game of this game when the stakes are already technically high already.
There's no defined consequences of it other than
It
the
shakes,
Wonder
yeah.
World and the real world will blend and like there's more of a consequence for Luna, Sophia, and Yuri dying, like because like they'll. But I don't even understand why they have to die because the two worlds are blending. Like, just because, like, the Wonder World isn't being destroyed.
It's
they're
fusing.
They're merging together.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense why they're, like, fading in and out of, like, existence.
I mean, it's just again, they're putting. They're at this point. They're just adding like these artificial stakes. This is what I'll call it.
Yeah.
For lack of a better
Anyway,
word. It's just-
fucking Ren and Kento decide to fight together and be. Oh, they're totally gonna finish this together. Yeah.
Look, the combination we should have had last episode.
honestly,
it turns out.
yeah.
None of these combinations should have been the way that they started out as. But anyway, yeah, fucking get yeeted into the fucking pit,
Yeah.
Toma.
And that's like
hey, I'm.
Uh-huh.
Obi-Wan never told you about your father.
Oh my god. Oh my God.
But hey, I don't know if you guys noticed this during the ending sequence. This is the first time we see the full dance.
Oh yeah, no, I noticed that
Is
too.
Yeah.
I noticed that
This
too,
is
yeah.
like normally with the ending sequence, they intercut it with other footage, but no, this is actually the full dance sequence that I noticed. I was like, oh.
Oh yeah, was
It
it
took
just
me a while because I was
me,
watching
or-
it. I was waiting for Rider footage to pop over, but it wasn't because that's when they started doing a bunch of new moves I never saw before. Yeah, this is the full dance sequence that they had this entire time.
Hold on.
It's not that different though. Like it's.
It's
I mean, there's like some new footage. That's just it.
Yeah,
right?
it's just
'Cause
like it's like the it's the in between of like certain moves that we've already seen.
yeah. That just we never saw.
But also,
Okay,
hey,
that's interesting.
one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is a respected character that gets to become a Kamen Rider. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I will actually be more insulted if May becomes a Kamen Rider at the very end.
I'm gonna be
because-
annoyed.
Because it's like May, like, at this point, just like if she's gonna just be a regular human character, fine. Like, if she's like the linchpin between these three, hey, fucking Sanyin, you brought this up, fucking William. It's your fault. Like, if she's gonna be the Sakura of this fucking group, fine, right? Fine. But don't just shoehorn in some condescending yeah, fuck it, she can be Kamen Rider. It's like, come on. Like, you've included her from the very beginning. Give her some goddamn fucking respect on her name. Put some respect on that name. Like, fuck. You know?
It's just even with Tomo falling as the ending episode, and I guess maybe kids are like, oh no! The preview kind of just fucks with you and says, yeah, look, he's right there. I'm like, what's the point, man?
Tomo will come. Tomo will be back.
Tomo will return.
Yeah, but the thing is, even Kira Major did better, right? In terms of because in Kira Major, you get the Juru, who was the Red Ranger, and he basically fights against the big bad, right? And I remember, no, not the big bad. He was fighting against Garusa. It's a moot point. Yeah. It's moot at this point.
Listen, all this is Sentai, and that's not a thing that I watch.
No, it's the thing is, for a quick explanation, just because why I think this preview just kind of fucking sucks.
It sounds like a tangent, William.
Okay.
No, that makes sense.
But the thing is, it's in Kira Major, Juru basically is implied to have died, right? And then then after the end credits, there's the preview. They don't show Juru at all, right?
They don't show the Red Ranger at all.
Yeah, they don't show him at all.
At any scene, which is really good.
Yeah, which is good because they're thinking, oh shit, is he actually gone? I mean, me and Austin were like, nah, he's not gone, right? Because it's a kids show and I don't think they really do character deaths anymore. From what I remember you telling me, Austin. Well, not like that, right? Because difference in history, whatever. That doesn't need to go over that at this point. But that's a good preview because it makes you think, oh, he might actually be dead.
There's once again, almost up there's stakes again.
Yeah,
right.
And then it's even though me and Austin have our problems with Kid Major, at least did some things right, especially considering the movie that we just saw with that one witch character that just I forget her name. What was her name, Austin?
Oh, Majindo or something like
Majindo or something. Anyway, really good episode. Austin, put a plug in now. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, I'll definitely remember that. Hey, Austin, when you're listening to this, put a plug in right now or something. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
But anyway, hey.
But yeah, it's just,
next episode is the quote unquote final episode. So here's something about the next week's episode. It is the final episode that's numbered, all right, but it is not the final episode. Right? It is the final episode for the series, but apparently there's an episode released after it.
You think
that is actually supposed... So as far as I'm concerned, next week is the final episode with Storius, and then the following is the final episodes of the series.
It's just it boggles the mind sometimes because everything should wrap up at episode 47, but then they need an epilogue episode. Do we know if it's going to be the length of a normal episode or is it just going to be
It's going to be the length of a normal episode apparently.
Really?
It is just there to fill time because they want to start the next Kamen Rider season, Kamen Rider Revice on the 1st. That is literally it as far as I am aware of. Because they don't want to start it awkward well, I don't want a new series to premiere in the middle of a month. That would be stupid. Let's just bump that episode count up. Right? So we can
It'd be no, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Don't forget me. Edit me out.
Okay.
Edit that out. That was bad.
We've been doing that for a while, William. You keep being absent. That's your fault.
I'm sorry. I legit had a thing in my head, and it petered out. My train of thought crashed and burned like this series. Okay, so.
Some would say your train of thoughts were what but then it left you when you needed it your most, and you were there for and then your mind had to take care of itself now.
God damn.
Before it got taken over by me and Tariq's train of thought.
God damn it! All right.
But anyway, next week is the fake last episode. William is unironically not going to be here for that. So
yeah,
honestly.
Boy. But hey,
all right, Tariq, you have a meme, or am I going to post a meme?
No, hey, here's the meme. Here's the meme.
Okay.
Give me memes.
You want memes? I got memes. I don't know where I saved the memes, though. That's the problem. Let's see. Where did I save the meme?
Austin, is this
I
gonna be a race between
genuinely.
you and
Oh
Tariq to
boy.
post the meme?
Did I save it to? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank God. Okay.
Oh,
that's it's a circle. We've gone full circle now. Oh my god, I hate him right now. If only because he's writing another. He's publishing another story, like a graphic novel. When Winds of Winter isn't even, or like Winds of Winter is not even out yet, and it's frustrating me so much. Oh my god. Anyway, that's the brief thing right there.
all right, that's this week's episode. All right. Hey, join us next week as we discuss the final episode without William.
Woo.
All right, coronavirus thing. Wash your hands, wear a mask. Okay, thanks, bye.
Get those shots.